started. Let's get it started.
Welcome back to the First Off, in my opinion, podcast.
You know how we
With
do.
Tom
You know
Swoop.
how we
Tom
do.
Swoop. Tom Swoop.
Turn this up. Turn this up.
What's going on, my good people? What's going on, my good people? It's your boy Tom Swoop, and this is the First Off, in my opinion, podcast. How y'all feeling today? Hold on one second. I got a little technical glitch. I'm trying something different today. I think I got it. Yeah. So we are broadcasting live on multiple platforms tonight. I'm testing this out, see how it works. I got YouTube going. I got TikTok going. I got Instagram Live going. I got everything going right now. Different platforms, testing out some new stuff. So rock with me for a minute. It might be a little crazy, but we're going to see how it shake out. But just want to let everybody know, all my people who are watching on Facebook, like, share, go ahead and send it out to all your friends and family. We're going to get into some pretty good things tonight that I feel that'll be beneficial to everybody who tuned in. All my people watching on YouTube, please subscribe, thumbs up, bell notifications, and all that jazz so we can get this thing growing. Man, had a rough weekend, all-star weekend. How y'all feeling? Yo, we did that thing up here, man. If y'all missed it, y'all missed it. Y'all should have been here. Should have caught a flight. Everybody else did. But we had a good time. But tonight, we're going to get into when to cut somebody off. And the thing is, this can be something that can really go left. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand, what's a healthy way to get somebody out of your life or reduce the impact that they have on your life. So I'm gonna play a video in a few seconds, but I just want to set the scene for what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's like, I know in the past, if you tuned in, I'm always for, getting people out of your way that are stopping you. And so I'm gonna play a little video clip. We're gonna listen to it. Video clip's real short. It's something from with Mike Tyson and Saquon Barkley. And Tyson has told Saquon Barkley some valuable information. And it kind of and it's how I feel about it as well. And sometimes, don't get me wrong, some people just gotta go. But what Mike says is the guy's honest truth. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that clip. And then we're going to discuss it a little bit afterwards to get a little reaction or whatever. But all my people on TikTok, if you want to join in on the live stream, just go click the link in the description in my bio, and you'll see the link. It'll say watch live if you want to watch the live stream so you can see the video link that I'm about to play or whatnot. So all my people on TikTok, if you want to come on over, come on in. It's warm in here. The heat on. We got cookies in the oven. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip right now.
It's one of the things that one of the many things I've learned from Mike is how, there have been people in his past that have taken advantage of him, and he doesn't hold a grudge, lives in forgiveness.
Ooh. I don't know about that. I'm not really
Listen.
Yeah, I'm not
You're not ready, brother.
I'm not like, you do me wrong.
No.
You cross the line, I cut ties,
The devil wins.
Quick.
The devil wins.
So you saying the devil wins because someone did me wrong and I cut ties with that person, act like I never met that person.
Yeah.
So I gotta be the bigger person.
Because he changed you.
Oh, okay.
So he's your master because he controls your emotions. He's not your enemy, he's your master. Because you're not who you used to be now. He stole that away from you. Well, you allowed him to. He can't do it if you don't allow him to.
That's hard though, man.
Once you learn, you think you're great now. Watch how great you're gonna be when you learn compassion and empathy. Oh yeah, well listen, when I was you, I wanted to be a savage. I was a savage, there's no doubt about it. I want everybody to be afraid of me. Now I want everybody to love me. Ain't that a trip?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be 22 for long. Life go back a flick of an eye. You might be a minister. You never know, Life changes us. We're born, and then something happens. And then we meet God. Life is just a flicker.
Okay.
And I think because of his energy, because he has.
Look, so I don't if you right, and the thing is, man, Tyson gave it. He gave it to him so raw and real. You know, when you let somebody affect you like that, when you let somebody change you and modify your behavior, it does. It changes you. And he's so right. And I talk to my sons about this. I talk to young people about this, that life is so quick. And like I remember, you know what I'm saying, when Mike Tyson was a young man doing like the dumbest stuff ever, and he's right. It was a flicker. It was over. Time moved so fast, and so many people they got over on him, all this stuff, and it changed who he was. And listen, you can watch the whole clip. I'll put the clip in the description. And I'm just, you know, when we talk about this thing of cutting people off, for me, it's more so like, does this person impact my life? Does this person impact my pockets? Does this person impact my spirit? Does this person impact my relationship with God? Does this person have that much value to me? You know what I'm saying? For me to keep holding on to this relationship. And most of the time, the answer is no, no, double no, extra no with hot sauce on it. But when you listen to what Tyson says, it's like, oh, hold on. If I let this person change me, did this person win? Did the devil really win? And you got to ask yourself, who are you becoming by cutting these people off? Are you being the best version of you? Are you being who they want you to be? Leave it in the comments. Let's discuss it tonight. I really want to know how you feel after you go through some adversity with a friend, a family, a coworker, somebody you feel like shouldn't be there. And when I replay people that I've let go in the past, you know, at a younger age, I was like, yeah, get out of here. I'm done with it. I'll see you at your funeral. Real raw, real rugged. But as I've gotten older, it's more so I deal with people how they deal with me. If we got a lopsided relationship where, you know, I only talk to you when I call you, I'll talk to you when I call you. If that's it, that's what it's going to be. I don't look for people to change anymore. If they change, that's fine. I'm not letting their lack of change me. You know what I'm saying? So some people will harbor feelings and emotions about a relationship that they have with a significant other, a family member, a coworker, and they're like, you know, you're wanting this person to modify their behavior, but it just doesn't happen. And so you almost become a little bitter. And it's like they change you into the toxic person. You become the problem. Because you're waiting for something, no. These people are going to be who they are. If they change, great. If they, you know, make amends or put action behind the sorries and my bads, that's great. But at the end of the day, if they're going to stay there, if they're just going to stay the same, that's fine. That's fine. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them modify who you are and what you need to do in life. I hear a lot of people holding on to relationships with their parents. Like, you know, whether it's old trauma, old damage, you know, dad didn't love me, dad wasn't there, mom was on drugs, all these different things, right? And then like the parents get older and they become this totally different person. They become this totally different person, not the person, they're maybe off of drugs, they maybe, you know, got some new kids or, you know, some different stuff, and they're a totally different person. But they still don't know how to say, the words that you need to hear. And I've seen this happen to grown people, and I watch it and I feel so sorry for them because they really need to hear a certain sequence of words so they can get past the trauma that happened. But they're not getting it because the person that they really want it from doesn't exist anymore. And that's the toughest thing a grown child can deal with, is seeing this new person that their parent has become and still needing that sorry from that person from their childhood. And they're attached to this feeling and they're carrying it from relationship to relationship, bitterness, confusion, trauma, triggers, all this stuff is just moving with them, and they can't get over it. They're taking it into every situation that they've gotten, still can't get over it. And at some point, you got to do the work. You got to go to therapy. You got to get some help because you got to learn how to release that energy. You got to learn how to release those vibes. You are carrying too much. You're carrying, like I talked about it last week, you're carrying a burden that you don't have to carry. And so you're trying to cut off the new person because you can't get the sorry from the old person. And it is changing you. Like I said, you've become the toxic person. Like Tyson said, the devil wins. The devil wins when you modify your behavior and now you change up who you are in this relationship. I see it so many times when I talk to people, you hear it. You hear it in their voice. When they talk about their parents, when they talk about siblings, cousins, aunties, grandmothers, grandfathers, they need to hear a certain sequence of words to release something. They need to hear a certain version of sorry to release something. They need to be released. And what you need to understand is you can release yourself. You can get up from this table and walk away and leave this stuff here. Whereas a lot of people don't understand because they need the other person to release them when you really don't. You really don't. And that's still giving that person way too much power over you. Way too much power. Way too much power. You're telling me that you're not even going to live your life. You're not going to flourish. You're not going to be happy. You're not going, because of something that happened so long ago. Not saying it's not valid. Not saying that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of that hurt that you're carrying, you can release yourself from it. What happens if the person dies and you don't ever get that opportunity? What if, you know what I'm saying, you never see that person again? Think about it. Like, you might have had a bully in the 3rd grade that you ain't seen since the 3rd grade, but you still carrying all kinds of stuff from what that bully said to you in the 3rd grade. And you carrying around that stuff, taking it to everywhere else, every relationship you done been in, everybody done carried or felt what that bully said to you in the 3rd grade. You ain't seen this woman in 20 years. So I say all that to say, like, you guys have to understand that it is a very human thing to carry these things. And it's also a very human thing to let them go. And when you have to cut somebody off, I really feel like you've taken, oh, I'm on the wrong screen. Hold on, y'all. My fault. I need to put y'all back on the right screen. Hold on. Ain't nobody say nothing. Oh, where is it at? Yeah, when you I guess what I'm really trying to say is, it's like when you carrying all of that unforgiveness, you have to release yourself. Because if you're waiting for somebody else to, I can give you a perfect situation. I'm not going to say no names, but I know a young lady in her late 40s who had a rough relationship with her mother. Now, her mother, you know, they went through some, her mother was hot, you know what I'm saying, out in the streets, running, doing her thing. And she had to be responsible for younger siblings and all this stuff at an early age. Now, this is common, you know, some people may have heard this movie before. And she missed a lot of stuff growing up because she was basically the mom. And now she's older and she's carrying this trauma, like with her relation with her mom. And her mom, this is the thing, her mom's now a preacher. Her mom ain't nothing like she was when, you know, she was a kid. And so she looks at her mom, she loves her mom, but she resent her. Sometimes she's hateful to her. And it's all because of what happened when she was a child. And the mom is like a completely, totally different person now. And she's like, you know, she's like, I just need to get away from her. I just need to cut her off. I just need to get her out of my life. Now, some people can look at this situation and be like, she's totally valid for what happened in her past. Some people will be like, oh, you being a child, you need to grow up and get over it. What I'm going to say is, sometimes the words you need to hear from that person to release you aren't that person. Like, her mom's a totally different person. Totally different. Like, if you ask me right now, like, some of the stuff I did in my early 20s versus some stuff I do now, I would say I'm sorry, but I'm really just saying words because I'm not even attached to the feelings, the emotion, or the acts that I did during that time frame. I'm a totally different person. So to hold somebody accountable, don't get me wrong, it happened, it's real, it's her life. But her mom telling her, hey, I'm sorry, which her mom has said to her before, hey, I'm sorry for who I was, but it's not good enough. And so the flip of it is the mom sometimes be like, I need to cut her off. Because every time she come in my space, she throw this in my face. Every time she come around, she bring this energy. Every time she come around, she want the action. They get to arguing. You can't, that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is what Tyson was saying. You get changed. You get changed when you take that attitude and that demeanor into the relationship. You the one to become changed. Like, you the one that had the problem, but now you the bad person. You the bad guy in the situation. You're now the toxic individual. That is crazy. And so when we look at people that we need to cut off, it goes back to what I said. How important is this person? How important is this person in your life? Really look at it. Do you have to change something about yourself to cut this person off? What power are you giving this person by releasing them? I hear a lot of trivial reasons for getting rid of people versus the people they keep. You want to cut off D. Lamonte because, you know, he owe you $70, and every time he see you, he buying drinks, and he owe you $70. But then you go home to the man that's sucking the life out of your body. Like, toxic, just sucking everything out of you. So it's like, are we projecting here? Or do I need to get rid of this person just because I'm really mad at this person? Like, what are we really doing? And that's what I said. Like, we're transferring this energy from relationship to relationship. And it's like, yes, some people need to go. But some people, it's just a conversation. My mom always told me, Like when somebody owe you money, they never forget. They always know that they owe you money. You authorize them to not pay you by not bringing it up in a healthy manner. So if somebody owe you $70, you need to go tap that person on the shoulder while they're buying those drinks at the bar and be like, hey, bro, you know you owe me $70 and I'm going to need my money. You need to address it. And we be so quick to not address it, but then let it eat at us. Eat at us, like tear us up. When really we just need to address it. It's that non-confrontational thing, you know what I'm saying, where people, you know, well, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to blow it into no big thing. $70 ain't a lot to me. The fact you done brought it up multiple times over multiple years, yes, it's eating at you, killer. It's tearing you apart. That $70 really means something. You need to learn how to have a conversation with a person and be like, look, you know you owe me my $70. I'm gonna need my $70 back. If they then be like, hey, I'm not paying you your $7, now you have a conclusion. But not addressing it is not helping, period. It's just not. We need to be more adult about adversity in these relationships with people. Like some of these people, don't get me wrong, like I said before, they need to go. They need to go. But some of this stuff is just simple conversations, the right conversations with whoever it is, significant others, coworkers, whatever. We have to have better conflict resolution as adults. Like I'll have a problem or a disagreement with somebody, and don't get me wrong, the way I talk sometimes irritates people because I'm a large man, I'm tall, so it's like it comes off sort of intimidating. But that's really not my goal in the conversation. My goal in the conversation is just to get across my point. And the thing is, I've never been like a person like, oh, you're going to listen to me or I'm going to punch you in the face. No, I'm just going to talk and tell you what I feel. I'm going to give you the opportunity to tell me how you feel, and we're going to discuss it and be done with it. If not, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm not perfect. Some people probably have said, you know what? I need to cut him off because of what I've done to them. And that's why I said it's also a perception thing. Like, you might think you the good guy in this situation. You might think you're the person who is the victim. But 9 times out of 10, it's what the other person really truly think. And sometimes, like, as we're telling these stories to everybody, you know, so you know that, you know, owe me $70. You know, I'm gonna need my money. You don't talk about, like, yeah, he gave you $1,000 though before that. So it's like you really owed him. They don't, see what I'm saying? Like, it's always two sides of the story. And sometimes when we get caught up in our own little personal mess, we only remember our version. So I say all that to say, like, when you go back to watch the video with Tyson, when you allow a person to change you, you start another cycle of dysfunction. And if you're not emotionally intelligent enough to fix some of these relationships, you're probably going to end up being the toxic one that needs to get cut off. So while you cutting people off, you got to understand you might be the dude or the woman that needs to leave the situation because you've made it into something that it should have never been. I see this happen with adults, kids, everybody. A little bitty situation turns into something that people literally have lost their lives for when it really was all a conversation. And sometimes you're going to lose an argument. You're going to lose a conversation. That doesn't mean it's with malice. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that this needs to turn violent. It doesn't mean that this person needs to be, you know, assaulted. or, you know, vilified or slandered, or, you know what I'm saying? You just lost the conversation. It's okay. It's okay to debate somebody on something and lose. We need to normalize being able to lose and still be friends on the other end of the adversity. I got cameras going everywhere right now, so I'm looking around. So my people on TikTok who watching, and y'all leaving comments or whatever, I will go back through them. I swear I will, and I will reach out to you guys. But if you guys want to watch the live broadcast, come on over, click the link in my bio. Come on over, click the Facebook link, and you'll see everything, blah, 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 blah. My people on Facebook, love y'all, rock with me. But I just want to say in summation that every time you feel like you need to cut somebody off, you really need to evaluate the whole situation, not just the bits and pieces and how you be in your feelings about stuff. Because sometimes you have to step outside of your feelings to evaluate it and look at it. You know what I'm saying? Look at it with another set of eyes. Secondly, don't let another person change your behavior because of a minute situation. I see people grow. I talk to people and they be like, oh, you know, this my friend of 35 years. I don't deal with her no more. I don't deal with him no more. And then when I hear the reason, I'm like, yeah, y'all could have just had a talk about that. Y'all didn't even have to get all the way there. Have the right conversations, people. Stop being non-confrontational about people who you feel are important in your life. Talk to them. At least, even if the conversation goes sour, you know where you stand. Use the words out of your mouth to tell this person what you need to say. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, but at least you know. People dealing with parents. People who are, you know, have these traumas from their parents. And maybe their parents are completely different people. Maybe their parents have transitioned on. Maybe they haven't seen their parents in years. And they're, you know what I'm saying? Learn to release yourself. You know, you can go through therapy, grief recovery, whatever you need to do, but get the work done and help yourself. You cannot go down with a ship when it's only you for no reason. Do the work, get some help for yourself. Because you waiting for a certain sequence of words from your parents, your brother, your sibling, well, you're never gonna, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're never gonna get that. And you can't stop your life, hinder your life from flourishing because of something that happened. And like I said, it might have been real. It might have been damaging. It might have been hurtful. It might have been all of the things that people dread, but you can't carry it. It's a burden that you need to sit down. And, you know, in summation, I just want to let everybody know, like, do the work. It's not easy. Sometimes going through is never easy. And sometimes it's the best way. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This is First Off in My Opinion with Tom Swoop. I want to thank all the people who tuned in on all the various platforms tonight. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Hey, I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, and hey, we'll get at it next week on Monday. See you guys later.